You had a heck of a summer, and I want to get a little bit more into it. You trained with the one and only Hakeem Olajuwon over the summer. Can you tell me how you two met and how that came to be?
So we met at the finals of NCAA, so the Final Four. Right away, he was very friendly, and he told me right away that he wanted to share what he had, what he knew, all the footwork stuff, things that look easy but aren't, but he makes them easier, and just some advice that comes with experience, and nothing can replace experience.
The scariest sight in the entire NBA is the fact that Victor Wembanyama has embraced the postgame.
What was the best piece of advice that he told you?
Maybe it was actually advice, but it really stuck with me, that you don't need to wait to win, like you can do it right away. If you're that good, you're gonna make your team win regardless.
The one thing the Spurs has done a great job, they got home court advantage all the way up to the conference finals.
Any piece of motivation that you could find, you take and you put it into your arsenal for the future. And that leads you to training with monks in China. How did you come up with that idea?
I was just thinking, I'm not able to do these things physically right now. So my body still has some areas to fill and some areas to develop. It's been very important for me to develop my body into what it can be and fulfill the potential as much as possible.
Walk me through getting there, what it looked, just paint a picture for me.
Incredible scenery. The temple, of course, obviously the traditional millennium-old buildings just at the bottom of the mountain in the forest. We meet a few monks. They're very social, and they have phones and stuff. We were interesting. Let's see how it goes, but I'm not sure it is where I want to spend these next weeks in my summer, because it's an important summer. They go to show us a demonstration, a show of what they do, of Kung Fu. 30 seconds in, we were convinced. All the doubts we might have had before, long gone. I get extremely jealous, and I'm like, I want to be able to do it at the end of these 12 days or whatever. We see the gym where we would practice. It was serious and total dive into the culture and the traditions and the practice of Kung Fu.
I was particularly curious about the meditation piece of all of it, but what were your biggest takeaways from that?
Some things I did over there overloaded certain muscles in my body that were not used to these kind of efforts, and I think it made them stronger. I think it made them more resilient. I've never thrown any cake in my life before, and all of a sudden I'm throwing hundreds a day. So it has an impact on the body. And there were some days where I was extremely sore, but I think it was beneficial.
Victor Wembanyama is absolutely the most dominant player in the NBA.
What's next on the bucket list?
There's some more things. One thing I wanted to do, but I didn't do this summer, is practice with a rugby team, because it's same, patterns of movement my body's not used to do, and that can translate to what I do, basketball. It's some very interesting things.
What are the principles? It's not just the playing rugby or the going to the Shaolin temple. What is the principle that you next want to hone in and work on?
But it's definitely a question for the offseason. And I always err on the side of choosing maybe slightly too many things, to work on, too many projects, on and off the court.
If you say to me, can Victor Wembanyama do X? My answer almost always is going to be yes.